Good morning and welcome to the Strong I Am Lecture Theatre, aka my living room. I'm now going to take you through a simple tutorial of the static postures that you can use if you have some of the most common mobility issues, mainly to do with the squat and the hip hinge. The squat is the single most important lower body movement. You use it in everything from watching TV, eating your dinner, Olympic lifting, and going to the toilet. And if you want to get good at squatting, you simply need to squat. Feet facing as close to 12 o'clock as possible, back nice and straight, chest nice and high, knees tracking the line of the feet, and from here, see what type of movement you can get and start to check in what is uncomfortable. Shins, calves, hips, glutes, lower back. The more you squat, the more you get to learn about your own body and what you need to go and mobilize. A little side view. Note, I do not claim to be the most mobile human being around, but I do know how to diagnose poor mobility. If your back is rounding, lift yourself a little higher. Try flatten that back. Once you've squatted long enough and you find out what really starts to hurt, you probably have a fair gauge on what you need to mobilize. We are now going to look at the top stretches for your calves, your hamstrings, your quads and hip flexors, and then your glutes and external rotators. If they are both mobile and stable, you will become a squatting machine. For full pigeon, make sure you have your first leg perpendicular to your body, and then taking the second leg, move the ankle over the knee, sit up nice and straight, don't be lazy like me, and from here we're looking to close this gap. Today is not a flexible day. Swapping sides. This is an excellent way to see if you have asymmetries in the hip. My right hip seems to be a lot looser than my left. Thank God. You have no excuse not to do the stretch. You can literally do it in front of the TV, sending your emails, eating your dinner, Tinder, whatever it may be. For the front side of your leg, your quads and your hip flexors, I recommend using a few little toys. We're going to move into what's called the couch stretch. Take a pillow to protect your knee, placing the knee directly against the wall, sliding the foot up behind, then stepping forward into the lunge and using any sort of stability mechanism. Raise yourself up and push your bum back into your heel. From here, we can start to progress. Firstly, if your bum is in your heel and you have absolute raging agony through there, stay here. If not, tense your butt cheeks, remove your hand from your grip and stay here. Finally, you can progress by moving your hips away from the wall while continuing to stay upright. Creates a nice back bend and a very deep stretch in your hip flexor and quad. Oh Lord. Now with great mobility, you need great stability. The areas we're going to concentrate on today are your traditional core, aka your rectus abdominis, your obliques, and then inside all of that, wrapping around you like a corset, is your transverse abdominis. To train this, we are going to use the hollow body, otherwise known as low boat in yoga. From here, pull your belly down into the mat, exhaling and creating this compression right here. Then you're going to reach forward, curl your shoulder blades off the mat. Your core is already engaged here. If you want to make it a bit tougher, you raise your knees, keeping your shoulder blades off the ground. From here, extend the legs and then lower them down. As soon as you feel your lower back come off the ground, you have found your edge. I might be here today, you may get tougher, I may have to be here. Wherever it may be, you find your edge and you continue working on that. 5 sets of 30 seconds with an extended rest in between is great. Oh God. And finally, strengthening your glutes and your hips. We use and abuse them every day of our life. And finally, we're going to start giving them some TLC. Get nice and comfy, we're going to be here for a while. Toe pointing down to the ground. Exhale, raise your leg as high as you can. Once you've completed 20 reps, we're then going to move into big forward circles. 20 of your finest. Big backward circles. 20 of your finest. And then finally, bringing the knees in at a 90-degree angle, open that clown. Never thought I'd be doing this on video. Guess how many reps? If you didn't get 20, there's something wrong with you. Fast forward. That's enough for me. Hopefully you can do more. Simple as you like. Mobility and stability. Pair this with lifting heavy weights, flowing through your yoga, animal flow, whatever your choice is. All of that together, you make a strong, healthy body with some seriously good quality of life. Bye bye.